Some people work their whole lives to afford a good car. Nepo babies. They crash a Ferrari at 19 and just get another one. So today, we're putting Nepo babies in a tier list based only on their cars. First up, Hunter Biden.
I think they're opening up an investigation to cocaine that was found in a cubby outside the West Wing of the White House.
I think it was Don Jr.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Whatever car Joe owns, Hunter basically has the keys. And that means the 1967 Corvette Stingray is the Hunter Express.
It should look good.
This car has more personality than Joe Biden himself. And let's be honest, when Hunter's behind the wheel, that Corvette isn't driving to the grocery store, it's pulling up to an after party with the chicks in the passenger seat and a suspicious briefcase in the back. The car's worth like $150,000, but the real value? It comes with a pardon.
Mr. President, you burn up the beauty to the sunset.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hunter doesn't even need a license. His last name is The License. That's why I'm putting him in the A tier. When you hop in that car, you're guaranteed a good time. Now let's talk Justin Trudeau. This man is the literal poster child for nepotism. His dad, Pierre Trudeau, wasn't just Canada's prime minister. He basically built the dynasty that handed Justin the keys to the country. Nepo baby level? Off the charts.
Ah, the politician already. No.
Never.
Never.
But here's the best part. Trudeau spends half his career lecturing Canadians about electric vehicle mandates. Meanwhile, in his own garage, he's sitting on a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster.
Hypocrite.
A $1 million gas-guzzling, carbon-spitting classic. That car is so far from EV compliance, it probably violates 5 of his own climate bills, just by existing. That's not just a car, that's a museum piece. We all know Trudeau tries to sell himself as the man of the people, riding the subway, taking selfies, kissing babies. Meanwhile, his Sunday car looks like James Bond left him the keys. Let's face it, if you've got a 300 SL in the garage, you're not worried about the price of maple syrup going up. You're worried about making sure no one spills it in the passenger seat. S tier. But let's keep rolling.
You have these children that are seemingly well-adjusted, successful, and I think, most importantly, they appear to like you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Everyone talks about Trump's kids. But what about his son-in-law? I mean, to marry Ivanka Trump, you don't just need a ring. You need a trust fund for Trump's approval. This man was born into New Jersey real estate money. So what's the ride look like? Forget Ferraris or Lambo brags. Jared's daily flex is a valet ride, or the humble Ford F-150 Raptor pickup truck. Not flashy, but nothing says, I'm rich enough not to care, like rolling up in a truck that doubles as a family mobile. With that being said, humble flexes don't get you rewarded around here. D tier. But speaking of cars, could you imagine your dad buying a Formula One team just so you could have a job? That's Lance Stroll's entire life. His dad, Lawrence Stroll, is a Canadian billionaire who made his money in fashion. Brands like Tommy Hilfiger and Michael Kors. And instead of letting his kid grind it out like other aspiring racers, Lawrence just wrote the biggest check in F1 history to basically guarantee his son a career. This isn't like your dad helping you get an internship. This man literally bought the entire Aston Martin F1 team. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars, just so his son could sit in the cockpit. And it didn't start there. Lance's racing career has always been a trust fund project. When he was in junior racing, he acquired a significant stake in Prema Racing. Basically, wherever he went, Daddy's money was there to prop him up. And on his off days, he rolls around in an Aston Martin Vantage. This is nepotism at its most blatant. Forget networking, forget talent, forget even being good.
You're not that guy.
If your dad is willing to buy an entire sport around you, you'll never need a resume. Lance Stroll isn't just a Nepo baby. He's the poster child for pay-to-play privilege. A true nepotism pioneer. I love it. S tier. Okay, time for a history lesson. This is Cornelius Vanderbilt, the Gilded Age tycoon who turned railroads into a money printing machine. And this is Gloria Vanderbilt, the great-great-granddaughter of Cornelius and the mother of, you guessed it, Anderson Cooper?
Anderson Cooper is in the headlines after an interview that he did on with the radio host Howard Stern.
Yeah, the upshot, his mom might be a multimillionaire, but he's not getting a dime. Cooper says his mom, Gloria Vanderbilt, made it clear there's no trust fund, but he hasn't seen the mind. Cooper says he doesn't believe in inheriting money and thinks that having a trust fund would be a curse.
So, no inheritance for Cooper. And the car? F tier. Few men have ever been named world's richest man. And Jean Arnault just so happens to be the youngest son of one. His dad is Bernard Arnault, the Louis Vuitton billionaire who buys companies the way we buy snacks. And while some Nepo babies are just cashing checks, Jean's been handed an actual job. He's the director of watches at Louis Vuitton. Translation: his 9 to 5 is deciding which timepiece goes for $50,000. Must be nice. So what does the LV Prince pull up in? An Aston Martin on a casual day? He's also been spotted shopping for vintage cars. Because when you live a prince's lifestyle, you won't be seen at an EV station. Sorry, Elon. His biggest battle in life will be fighting for daddy's succession plan with his siblings. S tier. But speaking of succession plans...
That was fun, huh? Yeah, I love shows where white people argue about who's in charge.
Then you're in luck. The next show is called Succession.
Nobody does it messier than the Murdochs. Rupert Murdoch turned global media into a family business. And for decades, his kids were basically playing a real-life version of Succession. James wanted to take the company in a different direction, Elizabeth was on the outside looking in, and Lachlan, he was always daddy's favorite. When Rupert finally stepped back, Lachlan won the family knife fight and got the keys to Fox News. Congratulations, you're now in charge of 24/7 propaganda chaos, and your siblings hate you. A true family heirloom. But hey, who cares when you're riding around in a $170,000 Maserati Gran Turismo? But on the Nepo Baby car tier list, let's be real. This thing's rolling straight into the C tier. Because no matter how expensive the car is, it still can't outrun the family drama.
Any comment, Mr. Murdoch?
A family divided over succession.
Mr. Murdoch, are you confident of victory?
Rupert Murdoch took 3 of his children to court
We have new details on this.
to ensure his media empire remains in the hands of eldest son Lachlan and a conservative force. It hasn't gone well for the patriarch. The 93-year-old billionaire suffered a major blow with a ruling against his bid to change his family trust. According to the New York Times, the Nevada commissioner slammed the media mogul, finding he and son Lachlan had acted in bad faith.